All right, we'll call this meeting to order and we'll start with the pledge of the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Ron, the solar farm?
Yeah, I'm fine to wait to ask some questions if Scott does. He might answer some.
Scott's not here tonight, so he's not gonna be at this meeting. Jeff's gonna handle what Scott has, but Scott's not here.
Okay, Jeff may.
Yeah, that's why I was holding out. He said he's gonna be here in 5 minutes.
That's fine. I
So-
can wait till Jeff,
Yeah,
he may cover some of the questions I have.
yeah, all right. Same with you. So, all right, then we're gonna circle back when he gets here. Code enforcement from Kraft.
Approval of the minutes.
What?
Approval of the minutes.
Approval of the minutes from July 10th.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, it's done.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I will say.
All in favor?
Aye.
Code enforcement from Kraft. You have any questions?
I looked over it.
No.
I mean, it looks like average permit activity. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, one of the questions was, Jen sending all the zoning hearing board application to Kraft for review, with possible him attending the zoning hearing board. We had an issue with one of the meetings last time, and maybe he can provide some clarity. It says for review. I think they review them all, right? Don't they?
They do, but he would like me to send, Chris had recommended me sending them a copy of the zoning hearing board application, whether they get it or not. Whether Alex sends them, he wants me to send them also, but he also wanted to see if we wanted to have a member of Kraft be, have their presence here at the time of the meeting, or if you would rather have myself and Kraft here also.
Are you here?
I am not. I can be here if you want me to.
I honestly thought there might be some wisdom in having somebody from Kraft there.
Right.
That's how it was before.
I don't think they were always there.
Were they there before?
I guess it depends on the situation.
I thought for the most part.
Right. If the board didn't have an issue with it, or if there's any stipulations or anything else, then Jeff or somebody else would have gone there.
Because we would have to review it before the zoning hearing board meeting.
Correct.
There still might be things that come up at the meeting that nobody's there, would be prepared to answer those questions.
Right. Kraft should be there for that.
And I don't know when we gotta wait, but that's just my thing. I mean, if I was on the board, I probably would have questions that nobody would be prepared to answer.
Right.
So
I make a motion for Jen to send all the zoning hearing board applications to Kraft to review.
I'll say.
All in favor? Aye. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
All right.
I had to take the tour on the golf cart.
Yep. I'm sure that was enlightening. Okay, the SEO report. Motion to approve the sewage facilities planning module for Oakwood subdivision. A lot there.
There's a whole lot there. Is that compared to this one, right?
Huh?
This is just the one on each side of
Yes.
22.
Yep, that they just approved the subdivision, yes.
This is probably Steve.
Yeah, I started to look through this and I said, oh, it's a lot. Sure. I didn't know there was a sewage issue with this subdivision. Did that come up before?
No.
Somewhat confused, this is all on one. It clearly calls out on one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, they had messaged over to Scott Wrights to find out if there was any public sewer over in that area as well, just to make sure.
yeah, there is.
No, there is none. So I'm not, they brought me over, just over at the office and.
I mean, I guess I'm confused, I don't know why this is so complicated for, obviously the one side has all that already.
Right.
So this is just an application for the other side.
Mhm.
This. Am I missing something?
That's how big they are, unfortunately. Diane, I had reached out to Diane about it as well, because it's my first time of dealing with one of
Yeah.
these. And she said, yeah, they're extensive.
Yeah, there's 75, 50 pages here. That's some, things there. Maybe 50.
Push this through the meeting.
Well, I'd like to have
research.
I hate to approve something when I don't know what I'm approving. I'd like to have someone give an explanation of what all this is.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen it quite this complicated for an online search. It's got a plot plan and everything there.
Perk testing. All right, we're just gonna table that till next week.
Okay.
Police report. He's not here. You can ask any questions when he comes, if you're okay with that.
Put them on, see if they show up.
Municipal Fire Company report request for assistance for Nutrapoli for their fire police, for their function of the Nutrapoli. I don't have a problem with that.
No, I think we've done that in the past.
Yeah, make a motion to approve that they're allowed to assist Nutrapoli.
I'll second.
All in favor? Walnut Town Fire Company request for truck payment, service, and insurance. I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion to approve multi-municipal comprehension plan cooperation agreement. We talked about this before. The county picks up some of the costs. I make a motion that we approve that.
I will second.
All in favor? Aye. There's a revised Berks County municipal waste management plan, which is probably just as extensive as that other one.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think there's
no-
any.
There's no action. on it.
No action.
No, just for.
Old business mailbox at School Road and Fleetwood Road update. We got from the post office that they don't see any kind of issue with where they're placed. Robbie, did you look at them at all? Did you see the measurements?
I didn't specifically see the measurements, but I know if you're sitting in a lower car, they're right in your line of sight when you look out.
Yeah, so
I don't see how they can say that the mailman isn't, I guess, in danger there because the mail truck will physically block the line of sight from the car pulling out on School Road, so.
well, their position is if they're following the guidelines that they're given.
Right.
And the mailman doesn't complain, they're not gonna do anything about it.
Right.
But I still don't think that's a good answer.
Yeah, it's only giving dimensions, height, and distance off the edge of the road, that's it.
Can you just check that one day? We'll give you a copy of the height and distance off the road.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know, Jeff, can we do the line of sight thing that we have for our township ordinance for that? Does that come into play for that?
We might be able to.
For sight distance at the intersection?
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Okay.
That's State Road. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
But it's a township road that comes off to the state
Right.
road with line of sight.
Yeah, the obstruction would be from the township road.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can't believe there's something we can do there.
Yeah, check it out. And Jeff, if you could just follow up on the site distance, that's an issue. Whether the postmaster thinks it is or not, we maybe have to just push a little harder on that and see what our other options are. Lifeline, EMS. I met with EMS again. Went over their costs and the whole ambulance situation, they're still struggling to maintain, to cover their costs for the station here in Fleetwood. They're still requesting when we budget for 18 to 22,000 for a 5-year contract. $50 per transport, which doesn't cover their costs. A lot of it's Medicare, Medicaid, derived. Some of it is with how the county has them listed with who can respond to an incident, whatever the occurrence is, either a paramedic or a transport. I'm not fully clear on the terms, but they're working to get Berks 911 to change how they code some of the calls, which will reduce them having to go out. I think that their cost to run that station for a year is between $1.1 and $1.2 million. So we will have to revisit this at budget. I'm a little disappointed that we can't get a profit and loss just for this. It's not that hard to know what the cost is. All we gotta do is give us the revenue, but their administration will not allow that for whatever reason, so that's where we're at. We have
What did we commit to this?
8,000, wasn't it?
$7,200.
So I thought it was 70,000.
I didn't know it was that much.
It has to be addressed through ambulance coverage for the township. your thought. And they do a good job. I don't think we have complaints.
We have,
Since we have them, and we need to know why they can't just give us the info. We don't have a lot of options. So, thoughts for budget? If we have other questions, we can reach out to them. All right, engineers report, the solar farm update. Scott's not here. Ron and Elaine had questions, but do you want the questions first, or you wanna go over where we're at?
I
Jeff?
can go over where we're at.
Okay.
So our office did meet with Heelstone and their site contractors to review all outstanding items. We did issue a punch list. We're waiting to hear back from Heelstone on that. I can read through the punch list if you want me to. Page and a
I
half
think
or-
that's good. Then we'll go through the punch list.
Okay. Site 90% of the site stabilization and silt socks will be removed. Conservation District typically determines if this is complete, but that's to be determined. Some staging areas are still gravel or dirt. All basins except dry basin number 2 have been recently graded and seeded. Grass stabilization pending. Item 2, dry basin number 1 spillway fence. The fence ditch crossing detail design was modified from the original. Current design has had debris caught in the screen during storm events. Performance must be monitored to ensure the screen does not create a maintenance issue. 3, dry basin number 1 spillway. The BMP number 1 spillway detail has been eroded and reconstructed during the construction phase. Scott Anderson does not see the step design using soils and grass as a permanent design. The spillway must be monitored before closeout of the escrow. Standing water end wall. Tap in this end wall out of dry basin number 1.